Hey, it's Cheryl. Welcome to Homeridge Studio. Are you ready for fall? Well, today I have my very first fall video for 2023. And there's 3 DIYs I'm going to show you how to make. So let's get right into it. So the first DIY, long live coffee. We're making a PSL sign. PSL stands for pumpkin spice latte, which I love. Let me know what your favorite fall drink is. I absolutely cannot wait every fall to get a PSL. So these are the things that you're going to need. A sign from the Dollar Tree, like a wooden, piece that you can put the PSL window cling in and the window clings. Some ribbon, a dowel rod, some Mod Podge, and we have Crackle medium, which I know that you can make with Elmer's glue. Is one of my subscribers actually told me that, so I'll look up the recipe and let you know. I have chalk paint, I have pumpkin and the Waverly plaster and the acrylic burnt umber. So anyway, I tried to get that XOXO piece off. It's from a piece I had from Valentine's Day. They have many pieces like this at the Dollar Tree. This was a bear to get off. I took my blow dryer to it and it took me like a half hour. It's like ridiculous amount of time. And I couldn't get all the glue off. So you could do one of two things. You can paint it like I'm doing now, or you could put some type of craft paper on top of it. So I decided to use my chalk paint in the color pumpkin, which I know that we can still get these chalk paints at Walmart. So I put a coat on there, and of course, you can see the glue through it. So I took my plaster chalk paint and I put a teaspoon of baking soda, and I also put some salt in there just to give it some texture. And it's pretty thick and goopy right now, as you can see. I'm just mixing it up really well, and I'm just going to put it on top of the pumpkin. Before that, right after the pumpkin, I let that dry. I put Crackle on it because I was hoping that I could crackle it. And then I put this goopy plaster mixture on top of it, and then took my blow dryer to it. So each layer that you put on, you have to dry thoroughly. So I'm trying to get it to crackle, and it didn't. And I know this. I've done it before. If you ruin the crackle, or if there's any glue or whatnot, the crackle's not going to take. So then I thought, all right, we hid the glue with the mixture here, and I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I am just going to paint orange on top of it again, and a light coat, and then plaster again, just to give it that texture. And I liked it. I liked the way it was. And so now we're just going to put a thin layer of Mod Podge on top of this, and then my PSL window cling. And if I didn't say this, all these pieces are from the Dollar Tree that I'm using in all 3 of my projects. And I'm trying to smooth this down as best as I can because it's bumpy below it. It did a pretty good job. Now I'm taking my miter shears and cutting off, I think this is like 1.5 inches, 2 inches, maybe. Just to give it a stem. You can use anything for a stem. It's just this is what I had. I know Dollar Tree sells like little cut branches, but I couldn't find mine, so I used this. So now I'm putting green and just regular color raffia on it. The best way to do this is not tie it around the piece, is to make a loop, put the loop on, and then tighten it. And I'm taking this ribbon and dovetailing the ends. I only have one thick piece, and it's wired, and then a bunch of other pieces here that I'm just adding to it to make kind of a messy bow. And hey, if you are a subscriber, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. You know you do. You're helping my channel grow, and you guys are just awesome. If you're not a subscriber, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and consider subscribing to my channel, because this is the first fall DIY. And if you like fall things, I have tons of ideas, and I just can't work hard enough to film them all. This is my favorite season. Let me know what your favorite season is. Is it fall? And if so, what are the things that you like to do, or what kind of comfort foods do you like to eat during the fall? Like I said, I love PSLs and just coffee and s'mores and bonfires, and I live in Michigan. So anyway, back to the craft, because I'm babbling too much and I'm not telling you what I'm doing here. So I took the pit berries. I had a little stem left from last year, and I'm just decorating this piece, and it looked very bare. So I had this Hello Fall piece. I painted that in burnt umber acrylic, and I just hot glued it on the top there. And this is what this piece looks like. I'm really happy with the way that it turned out, even though it didn't crackle like I wanted it to. Let me know if you like it. DIY number 2, we're making a wall sign, or it could be a shelf sitter. It's kind of big, so you're going to need 4 of those little metal picture frames, and 2 of any 2 boards that match. I just had those from last year. And some picks of your choice. This is, again, all Dollar Tree stuff. I have a bunch of ribbon. I have the raffia in the green and the just regular color. And then this calendar is from this year. I'm going to use that. This is on the back of the calendar because the pictures are small. And you can use any pictures you want. You can use pictures of your family, but this is what I have. And I have pictures from other calendars too, from this year and last year. So you're going to need 4 of them. Some scrapbook paper also, and some chalk paint and plaster and moss, and it's the Waverly. So I removed the pieces, and they were stapled on, so they left a pretty big gouge in there. So I took this speckling, the lightweight speckling from the Dollar Tree, and I just filled in those holes on both pieces, and I let them dry. And while that's drying, I'm cutting out my little pictures here. And I have my cutting, I don't know what you call this piece. I've had it for years because I used to do scrapbooking, but my cutter here to make sure that they're all even and all the same size. And then my scrapbook paper here, you can use cardboard, you can use whatever you want. I'm cutting 4 pieces out, and that's going to be kind of the border of the picture, and you'll see in a minute what I mean. So 4 of these I cut out, and now I'm removing the back of all 4 of these picture frames. And now I have a glue stick, and I'm just going to glue these pictures in the middle of the card here. So now that it's dry, I sanded it down, and now I'm just wiping all the residue off. And I placed my picture frames on here, and because we're going to be painting these boards, I'm taking a black Sharpie, and I'm going to measure them off, and I'm going to put dots on the side of the board where we're not going to paint, so we can see the position of them. And I think I went 1.5 inches inward, and then from the top and the bottom I went 2 inches down. And now I'm going to just flip the boards over and put popsicle sticks on them, and I'm covering that so it doesn't glare in your face. I've noticed on some of my videos the glare from my overhead light is pretty significant. So I don't want to blind you. I want you to see my project, not my lights. Anyway, I'm just reinforcing that with the popsicle sticks. And then you could put craft paper on the back of that if you'd like to hide that. Now I'm going to paint, and this is the Waverly Moss chalk paint. And I did 1 quick coat, and then I let that dry, pretty much almost dry. And then I did kind of just a heavy distress with the Waverly plaster chalk paint. And I wrote my measurements down, and I also looked on the side where my little markers were with that Sharpie that I marked them, you know, to position them in the same spot. And then I hot glued them down. You could probably use a heavier glue like E6000 or something. I just put hot glue on here because I'm not selling it, but if you're going to sell it or give it away to somebody, you're going to want to do that. And then I just clipped my pictures in here. Super easy. And I just took a big bunch of raffia in both these colors here and kind of put a little tie in the middle, glued it on top. And what I'm showing you here is, see the colors of the pictures that you have? I'm just matching all my stems with the colors of the pictures. And you can see there's a lot of yellow and green in here, so you want to give it some interest and put a little bit of darker color, a little bit lighter, but try to make sure that it matches. And of course you need to put orange in there, but I didn't want bright orange. And just build it up as much as you like. And now I'm making a messy bow. And I put it up there, and I put a little button in the middle and little shoelace bows here out of jute. I'm putting it on the pictures. And if you want to hang it, go ahead and glue some jute on the top. I have this wood piece. This is not from the Dollar Tree. I think I got it on sale at Michael's or something. It says blessed. I felt like it just needed something more. You can stencil something on this or leave it plain. I just painted that with burnt umber and put blessed. And the little one on the top that says give thanks, that's from the Dollar Tree. And I painted that and glued it on top, and there you have it. This is the last DIY. This is number 3. Super quick, easy, and very budget friendly. This is going to be a banner for my mantle. Now you can put it over a door frame if you like, or your mantle. And I'm just showing you pieces that you need. So you need a rope and the tape measure, and I have a leaf and a pumpkin that I'm just going to use to trace, and I have all this material from the Dollar Tree that I'm going to use, and the little burlap banner. So I removed the string from the banner. I'm not going to glue that pumpkin on it. I'm just going to use it. This is from another project. I'm just going to use it to trace a pumpkin and trace it on the back. And so I traced pumpkins and I traced leaves, and then I'm cutting them out and I'm going to glue them onto the banner. But first, I showed you that tape measure. You're going to want to measure whatever you're going to put it on. So I am going to attach this to my mantle. My mantle is 6 feet wide, and the rope was 9.5 feet wide. So I knew that I had enough rope. And then I just I thought I was going to need 2 packages of this burlap banner, and I only had 1, but it worked out perfect because I only need 6 feet. Yeah, 6 feet. And I think I had 6 of these banners. So I left probably, I want to say 6 or 7 inches of space between each banner. So I put that pumpkin on there, and I just hot glued it down around the perimeter of the pumpkin, not in the middle, because sometimes it'll show right through the material. So I just want it on the edges. And then after I did that, I put some jute twine on top for the stem, and I had some leaf picks left, and I just cut some little leaves out of that and glued them on there, and I glued a button on there too. And then just figure out how many inches you want between each banner. And like I said, I think there's like, what did I say, 8, something like that. But it just depends on however you're going to hang your banner, and how many feet it is. So you have to kind of just measure that out. You guys know what I'm saying. So I'm just cutting out the leaf. Same thing, just gluing it around the edge and not in the middle. And then I put a simple little bow on here out of jute and a little button. And so I started with a lighter piece of material, and then darker and lighter and darker and lighter and darker. Now I have these beads that's left over from that leaf piece that you saw earlier, and I'm just gluing the beads, and I thought it looked better not on top of the banner but on the side. And to make a long story short, this is what it looks like, and I outlined the pumpkins, not the leaves, just the pumpkins with the jute. And this is what the leaf looks like. This is so super simple, so super easy, and all the pieces are from the Dollar Tree. And then here in a second, you are going to see what it looks like on my mantle. And my mantle is not decorated for fall because it's still August. It's August 4th today, and I'm just really not ready to dig out all my fall stuff, but I am definitely ready to craft and create fall things. And you kind of have to, you kind of do it now because these pieces are at the Dollar Tree and other craft stores like right now, so you got to get it or it's going to be all gone if you wait. And that is it, my friends. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for supporting me. I really do appreciate you. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. If you are a subscriber, thank you again. And I will be back very, very soon with another fall video. Have a blessed day, a blessed week. I'll see you soon. Bye.